by Joe Robert. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you. I appreciate you asking this question. How do I enter into safe mode in Windows 10 to enable me uninstall unstable program? So the reason you want to get into Windows, and Joe is also knows what he's doing. He's just helping me out here, and I appreciate it, Joe. Good looking out. Good looking out for the previous person too. How to enter safe mode in Windows 10 to enable me to uninstall a program. So the main reason you would want to go into safe mode because it allows you to remove uh, usually programs that are stubborn to remove, which is really rare, but a lot of times you'll get a program that's could be also a virus, and that's how you also remove viruses. And the reason you also want to go into the safe mode is to also remove drivers that are stubborn to remove, or reinstall and do a clean install of drivers for whatever it is. So in Windows 7, you press F8, so that's the typical way of getting into safe mode. You press F8 and it's a black screen with white letters, and it gives you like 5 different options. Safe mode with networking, safe mode with command line, and this and that. It's been a long time since I've had Windows 7, but that's what comes up. And you get to it when you reboot the computer, you just turn on the computer and it's doing a post, which means power on self-test. So it goes to beep, and then you just start pressing F8, and once it gets to the loading your hard drive or your main drive, you press F8, you just keep pressing F8, and it gets you to the menu where you can select safe mode, which loads minimal functions for Windows operating system, meaning that it doesn't load any programs. It doesn't, well, it loads operating system, which is a program, but it tries to prevent any services that run in the background that are not necessarily to work. Just the basic um, GUI, or even a command line. You can just have a command line like this um, that will allow you to remove programs, viruses, this and that. So how do I do the same thing in Windows 10 to enable me troubleshoot? Of course, I need to assign the ticket to myself so I can get credit for it. Guys, always assign ticket to yourself before you start to work on it. So the next part I'm showing you is actually recorded outside of the computer. This is why the picture is not that good. So I have a camera recording the screen of the computer because that's the only way to show the reboot of the computer. If I reboot, then it's going to start recording my screen. So that's why I'm recording outside. So there are a couple of ways of getting to the safe boot window. This is a long way, and I will also tell you what the shorter way is, but I want to show the long way so you guys can get familiarized a little bit better. If you click the Start button and then select Settings, which will be on the left-hand side, little cog looking icon. If you select Settings, on this window, we have to scroll down and look for an option or a box that's called Update and Security. Once we select that, the next window will have an option on the left-hand side called Recovery. So it looks like it will be a fifth icon on the left-hand side down, called Recovery. Now on the right-hand side, you will see an option that says Advanced Startup. This will let us basically get to the window that let us pick the startup options. So simply you just select the Restart Now button, which will get us to this window. Alternatively, it's Shift and then Restart will get us to the same window. On this window, we have to select Troubleshooting, which is the third one down on the left-hand side. Select Troubleshooting, and here we have to select the second option, which is called the Advanced Options. Once we select that, it will get us to a bunch of more other options, and the one we want is actually the last one on the right-hand side on the bottom, called Startup Settings. So once we select that, it will finally get us closer to our to what we need, which is the reboot in safe mode. But you can see here, when we do this, it will allow us to basically get to what the safe mode is, right? So it will be one of the options that we will have, which is exactly what we want. And another reason why I'm making this video is because there are so many steps, which is incredibly unnecessary, but it is what it is, right? Then we're gonna select restart here, and once we do restart, here actually you cannot use your mouse. So in order to go past this window, we have to select safe mode, which is number 4. You can see there, it's number 4. So we're going to select 4, and now I've rebooted into safe mode. Right, I'm going to now log in, put my password in, and I will show you that this is actually a safe mode indeed. I will move my camera a little bit here later, because I know it's not covering an entire thing. So now if you are basically using safe mode to remove viruses or whatnot, you can certainly do so. Another thing you can do is actually uninstall antivirus software, because remember, you can't remove antivirus software unless it's in a safe mode. So we simply right click the start menu and go to the very first thing where it's called apps and features. Right, we're going to want to get to the part where we can uninstall our which is what I'm actually going to do, uninstall antivirus. Right, of course, again, this is one way to actually install antivirus software and run a diagnostic to look for for viruses. Right, so in my case I'm using ImmuneNet, which I will be reinstalling after this demonstration. But you can see now that it does actually let you uninstall it. Should be the case with any other antivirus software that you are trying to remove. Let's say you have one that expired, and so you can see now that it's actually indeed safe mode that we are running. So if you have old antivirus that you simply expired and you want to use something that's free, like this one, I'm certainly not promoting or anything like that. I just happen to be something that I'm using, and this is how you would remove it in a safe mode. It will let you certainly do so. All right, so that's how you do this, and I'm going to reply. So since this is just more of a question, let's see how. I guess I would be talking to a customer and explaining to them on how to do it, because that would be the easiest way to do it. I can send instructions. So in this case, if there is a knowledge base article, you can link it to them. So if there's a way to send them a knowledge base article, or you can just simply get the link, you can send it to them on how to do this. In this case, I'm going to point them to my video here. Okay, and I'm going to say, please watch this video on how to enter safe mode on Windows 10. And I'm going to send them a link. And here is the link. That's my YouTube link. And oh wow, look at that. That's actually, look at that. It transferred it to that. That's cool.